Hey, what's up, guys? I just returned from an international trip back to Ireland and was welcomed by this gorgeous weather. It's wet, but by December standards, it's not cold at all. The weather is pretty mild, to be honest. Oh my god. Okay, the rains just picked up. So, COVID is back. Oh, shoo. It's good to be back. Well, I have some Christmas gifts here. No prices for guessing what this is. I got an iPhone AC as well. This is from my employer. I don't think I'll be using it because then I'll have to keep charging it 10 times because AC. Anyway, but I was not expecting that when I return, the situation would be so bad here in Ireland. There were 16,500 cases yesterday in Ireland, which is a lot compared to its population. 50% of the cases, 50% of the tests that are being conducted in the country were positive yesterday. So that's incredible, I think. And there's a lot of talk about this Omicron variant as well, but I don't think it's about the variant anymore. I don't think it's about the variant of the virus anymore. It's about individual responsibilities that people should take, which I think is something lacking in this country for a very long time. Sorry, I'm just moving around a lot, but that's because I'm at my workplace and I'm working. It's evening now. I started recording this video in the morning. So anyway, guys, my intention is not at all to talk about the pandemic or what's happening with the virus, but about opportunities. A lot of people are still asking, okay, now yesterday only someone named Prasad, if you're watching this video, you asked yesterday on Instagram if it's still a good time to study in Ireland because of the pandemic. Now this is the very same question that people had been asking last year as well in around December. So we have circled back to the same spot again, even though it has been a year. Now there are things like the Great Resignation and, people finding it difficult to move into jobs, the retail industry taking a big hit, the hospitality industry is all but dead. I won't say dead, I mean they're operating under so many restrictions. I mean the policies around the hospitality sector in Ireland has been chopped and changed so many times in 1 year that it's very difficult to motivate people to take up jobs in those industries. But however, I don't want anyone to be discouraged by this. I still think it's the best time to move to Ireland for studies or even for work. I mean, if your company is sending you abroad, I don't think there is anything wrong with this. Yes, part-time jobs would be difficult, so you might have to carry some extra money to last a little longer until you find a part-time job for yourself. But I think it's still the right time. This is the time when you will have more opportunities than in normal times, because when you move to a country in the European Union, you're not just competing for jobs with the local population, but then there are people from the entire European Union who you would be up against. And as I've mentioned it before, I mean, if they have the skills, they would always have an edge over a non-European person who's looking for a job. So in my opinion, 2022 is the right time to get employed. Now, having said that, it doesn't mean that you just land in the country without any skills. You need to have skills that are in demand in the country. There's this concept of critical skills and all those things. They haven't changed. They're still in place, and employers are still looking to fill those skill gaps. So having skills and previous experience is still very important. Sorry, I just keep going away. Now, talking about skills, I must also mention the IT industry, which I think would still be booming in the year 2022 here in Ireland. Now, skills like automation, AI, software development, these things will still be in demand. Cloud computing again is going to play a big part in this year as well. So make sure that you're up to date with the knowledge. You are upskilling and reskilling yourself, because that will satisfy your long-term goals, long-term employment goals. Now, while I was talking about hospitality or the retail industry, I am talking more about part-time jobs, which might be difficult again. I don't see the things improving However, if you have long-term plans, then you must have skills. Now, forget about doing these free courses online. Make sure that you have some good, professionally recognized certifications done. Certifications like AWS or even computer networking, CCNA, CCNP, and all those things. Make sure you have the skills that are recognized and that stand in the job market. And I also firmly believe that you should not leave it too late. I think this is a very good time to do something about your future. Pandemic is there, fine, but you need to put it away. From what I'm seeing, the skills gap is just widening. That is what is done. That is what this pandemic has done. The skill gap is just widening, and it is widening because of the adaptations that industries are making. Now, hybrid working is in place. People work from their workplace for 2 days and work for 2 days from home, or 3 days or whatever. So this has created a new market for technologies that are required to work remotely or in this hybrid kind of arrangement. So just make sure that you move along with the times and make yourself valuable. Now, I know I've been saying a lot of times that you should have experience and skills, but even if you are a fresher, and if you can display if you can display these skills along with good problem solving abilities, employers will respect that. I'm myself from the IT industry, and it does not mean that I'm talking about IT alone. The fundamentals of getting a job and having a good career would never change. It's always about good soft skills as well as problem solving skills, like I told you, and displaying certain qualities like emotional intelligence and other behavioral aspects that will see you succeed in any role that you take. As you grow older in a job, these things will matter more than your skills. I think I myself have reached at that point. No one asks me if I can use a certain type of technology. What I'm asked is how I can handle a certain situation instead. I'm just talking about in terms of my workplace, but this is something I feel is where you would reach once you have sailed through that grind, the initial grind of your career. So once again, I want to reiterate the fact that I firmly believe in the opportunities that have been opened up by this pandemic, and I still believe that it's a good time to move abroad. There would be struggle, but without struggle, there is no success. Just remember this. Even if there was no pandemic and you decide to move abroad, life won't be easy. That is just a myth back in India or other developing countries that life is easy abroad. It's not. It's a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. It takes perseverance, and it takes a lot of patience and strength as well. So keep that in mind, prepare well, and work towards making your dreams come true. That's all that I want to say. I just want to say that because it's the last day of the year and I haven't been on YouTube for a very long time. So I thought this is the best way to say goodbye to 2021 and also give you guys a message. Drink, party, enjoy, but stay safe and healthy. Bye.